I sat there getting ready to tell my wife news that would devastate her world. That would completely shatter the reality that she had been seeing or believing or having to exist in for the longest period of time. Knowing that the next words coming out of my mouth were going to completely change this, I was left with a couple different thoughts in that exact moment. One of the thoughts that I had was maybe as I communicate this, maybe as I tell this, she'll actually be fed up. Like she'll be at the place where she knows and she feels like this is enough. I'm tired of this. And she'll actually leave. That she'll actually walk away. There's a piece of me that wanted this to happen. A piece of me that wanted this to happen so I didn't feel like the bad guy. So I didn't look like I was the one that was the one having all the issues. Because I still wanted to feel okay with the situation, with the things that were going on. There's also a piece in telling that I felt like, oh, well, this is the right thing to do. This is the thing that I should do, right? Because being honest is crucial to me actually learning how to be a man, being the right person. And all these different thoughts and many more were kind of swirling in my head whenever I was getting ready to tell my wife the fact that I had cheated on her. You see, if you rewind the clock a little bit, years later, about a year into our first year of marriage, I had an affair. I cheated on my wife. There's this process of having this person in our home interacting with us that all of a sudden got closer and closer to a place where I took it to a whole nother level, to a level that wasn't honoring to my wife, to a level that wasn't respectful, to a level that wasn't a man of integrity at all. And inside of this relationship formed and happened over a period of about a year until it finally came to the place where it wasn't anymore. And then it started falling apart. We ended up confessing it to the pastor in our life. There's a whole issue, whole thing that happened there. And inside of all of that, my wife struggled with the forgiveness piece. She struggled with does he actually care? Does he actually want to do better? I struggled with the fact of I don't even know how I got into this. I don't even know what's wrong with me. There's this guilt and shame and different pieces that happen there. But as we started to work on ourselves inside of counseling, inside of group counseling, like couples counseling and everything, nothing actually changed internally. Instead, it felt like a way to be able to excuse it away, to be able to move on. And as a result, I moved on and ended up being with someone else. Over the next several years, I ended up being with 4 other people. And then when I got to the place of telling my wife, coming back to that original conversation of telling my wife, it was to confess the other 4 affairs, to tell her that they'd been happening. Now, in this moment, there was a piece of just plain shock. Like, 1, she couldn't believe it. And then 2, there was also a piece of her finally being willing to accept it because she had in the back of her head, I think he's cheating on me. She'd accused me multiple times throughout the years that I'd gotten too close to one person, or I'd had these interactions with one person. She's like, that just makes me feel nervous. It feels weird. And every time I'd excused it away, I'd pushed it aside. I'd said, it's not that big of a deal. Like, why are you bringing that up? And all these different things to try to make her doubt herself, doubt what she was seeing. But in reality, she was correct every single time. And so there's this piece of me bringing to the table and saying this, hey, this is what's going on. And part of me was like, oh yeah, I'm a good person because I'm saying this. And the other part of me was like, maybe this will cause her to finally leave me. And so I need you to understand that when you're dealing with the narcissist in your life, he's cheating on you. He's taking away the majority of your time, your energy, your money, your attention, ripping away your dreams, your hopes, your desires. Because inside of all of this, my wife wasn't able to pursue the direction she wanted to go. She was always catering to me. She was always concerned about leaving me because then I might cheat. She was always concerned about, okay, what is he doing? What's going on? There was always this anxiousness that was about her because she didn't know what was actually going on. There's always this fear of maybe he's doing something. Let me talk to him about it. Oh, he says he's not. Okay. And it was always going back and forth. The narcissist in your life is cheating on you right now, today. He might be cheating on you with another woman. He might be cheating on you with multiple women. It might be just based on all the apps that he has on his phone, all the people that he's DMing, that he's messaging, that he's text messaging, that he's FaceTiming, that he's calling, whatever it might be, he's cheating on you. Most people don't like to hear that, especially when I put it so bluntly. They're like, oh, my narcissist, right? My partner would never cheat on me. Well, that's what you think. The reality is cheating is a lot more common inside the world today than what it's ever been before. And I don't think it's going to change. It's going to continue to grow more and more and more. The percentages of couples that are together and getting cheated on are continuously rising. There's this piece of, well, let me be with you and then be with someone else, and be with you and be with someone else, that a lot of toxic guys don't really care about. They're just looking for the next person that's going to fix them, the next conquest, the next person that's going to make them look good. And as a result, they just keep floating from person to person to person. That's what I was doing. Trying to find a person that would make me look good, feel good, acceptable, make me feel like I could fix myself, and make me feel better about my circumstance. And then when that didn't happen, it'd slowly fall away, and then I'd find someone else. Or find someone else and then slowly fall away. The cycle was always there. You need to understand the person in your life, he's cheating on you. You're like, well, I don't know, that feels a little harsh, okay? He might be cheating on you physically. A lot of narcissists do. He might be cheating on you emotionally. A lot of narcissists do. He might be cheating on you out of your hopes and your dreams. Like, imagine where you are right now versus where you were when you met him. Like, see the things that have changed in your life, the direction that your life was going that it no longer is, the direction that you wanted to live, the degree that you wanted to have, the direction and the path in life, the purpose that you had, the direction moving forward that you don't have now. Why? Because he stole that away from you. He cheated you out of that. He cheated you out of your time, your attention, your money, your value, all these different things that are messing with your head, he's cheated you out of. So I want to ask you today, what is the cost of you being in this relationship with a guy who's cheating on you? Like, how has it affected you? How has the betrayal affected you? How has the trauma of him putting this in your face affected you? How has the trauma of him never telling you, but you know that it's there? How is that affecting you? How is it eroding your confidence? How is it making you wonder, and be this anxiety piece that's coming up, like making you wonder, who is he with? What's going on? Like, how has it made you play detective just to be able to figure out if he's actually telling the truth or not? Like, that's not a relationship. That's not healthy. That's you being trapped in a toxic relationship and not seeing it. So I need you to understand that the guy in your life, he cheats. He's cheating on you, and he's cheating you out of the dreams that you have, the direction, the purpose, your calling of who you're actually supposed to be. And so how long are you going to waste the time trying to fix this person, trying to think maybe he'll get better, trying to hope and pray maybe he will change, when in reality you haven't seen it. He hasn't demonstrated it. He hasn't shown it. The narcissist in your life, he cheats. The question is, are you willing to see it? And are you willing to do something different about it so that you can actually move forward and become the person that you're called to be?